Hi there everyone, and welcome back to Land of the Knuckleheads episode 17. And remember, this is about helping your knuckleheaded boss get it right. And the idea with a knucklehead is that they do things that are for the best of the organization, but they sometimes hurt the employees in the process. I want to give you some tools and techniques of how to actually deal with the knuckleheads. In today's episode, a very dear friend of mine gave me the coolest quote ever. He said, "I don't do stupid. I'm not against change, but I don't do stupid." And I got thinking about this. Change in organizations is a really critical topic, and we've got to figure this out. Because the reality is, if you say, "I don't do change," you're going to get run over and pushed to the curb, probably with a pink slip, and you can go find another organization to work at. So the first thing you need to get from me is that you need to get in line. If it's legal, ethical, moral, and appropriate, get in line, follow the change. But does that mean that you just accept it without question? No, quite the opposite. I think that there's a really important strategy of how to engage your leader, your knuckleheaded manager, in how to actually get behind the change. So here are a couple of thoughts. First of all, it is absolutely crucial that you develop an effective relationship with them. Why? Because I want to give you some tools that will ask you to push on them a little bit. And when you push on a knucklehead, if you don't have a relationship, they're not going to take being pushed on. If you push on somebody that you have a relationship with, they're going to give you some room to push. It's really critical you get that. Develop a professional, trust-based relationship with your knuckleheaded manager. Whether you like them or not, whether you respect them or not, develop a trust-based professional relationship to the extent that you can. Now, when that's in place, the first thing that you need to be doing when somebody announces a change process, and the first thought in your head is, "Oh my God, that's stupid. I don't do stupid." Here's what I want you to be thinking about. I want you to think about this question. Boss, I need to be able to explain to my employees, I need to be explained to our coworkers the benefits of this change so that we can all get behind it. Can you help me understand what the benefits are? That's actually a fairly safe question in most organizations. But you know what most people do is go, "Well, that's a stupid idea. Who thought of that?" Well, dude, if you do it that way, you're going to get pushed back on the spot. It's just not going to work. We need to ask the question in a non-threatening way. So I really want to be able to get behind this, and I want to explain it to the rest of our coworkers. Can you help me understand how we came to this conclusion so I can encourage and sell it to them as well? Now, what if they say no? What if they say no? "No, you just got to do it." Now, there's a couple of reasons. One, because they're an extreme knucklehead, and if they're an extreme knucklehead, there's not much I can do to help you in this particular case. If they're just a knucklehead, maybe the reason they're saying no is they don't know themselves. It could be that simple. And there's a next question. It's a little bit delicate, and this is why it requires a relationship, because what I would do in that case is, how can we find out? Is there someone that we could talk to find out? Is there somewhere we could look? Now, if they trust you, that's a safe question. If they don't trust you, that's a dangerous question. So only ask it based on relationship. So the next thing that we need to think about is a little bit of inquiry. Let's say that you've gotten a little bit of explanation on how the change was made and why the change was made. You can go one step further with inquiry. And with inquiry, I just mean asking questions. So Mr. Supervisor, Mr. Boss, can you help me understand what are some of the benefits of this change? How is it going to affect us positively in our particular part of the organization? I'm kind of curious how you see this going when it gets implemented. And then you have a conversation about the benefits. And you can even go and say, "And do you see any potential risks here? Are there things that we need to get ahead of in order to make sure that it goes well? Are people going to react negatively to it? Is there parts of our process that are going to be more at risk?" Now you're looking at it from a proactive point of view, and you're gaining more information about the positives and the negatives and what you can do to be a part of the solution. So just a really simple thing. I don't do stupid either, but I do change. And I think that we all need to get behind change, but we got to get behind it in the right way. Not in a way that makes our knuckleheaded manager defensive, but in a way that actually helps them be more effective the next time they offer change. Because if you start asking these questions, guess what? The next time they bring you change, what are they going to bring you? They're going to be thinking about those questions and maybe even getting them answered before you ask them. So that's it for Land of the Knuckleheads, episode 17. Thank you. Lead well.